and welcome to my February 2019 Boxycharm unboxing video. I have great news. I got this nice and early, unlike last month where it felt like Virginia was on the moon. I didn't know what was going on. I mean, it comes from Georgia, so you'd think Georgia to Virginia, not that far of a distance. It's about a 10-hour drive, you know, but this was like super slow last month. So February though, it shipped, it's here. I'm like right there with all the other Boxycharm unboxings except for those people who got them early. I even got a Boxycharm that was like everybody else. So this is going to be the world's easiest unboxing because it's basically what everybody else has. But I'm going to do my spin on it, and if a few of you decide to watch, well, yay, thank you for that. I appreciate it. I never say this, but I think I should probably start saying it. I'd love it if you subscribe to me. I will subscribe back. I think finding new people to follow, new people to give me inspiration. So if you feel like you're interested in subscribing to me and you might want to have me subscribe back, I would love to hear from you. So leave a comment. I haven't gotten many of those, so the more the merrier. I'd love to have some interaction with a few of you. Anyhow, so this is the Boxycharm February 2019, and it's called Afterglow. And I have box number 3 based on this little 3 with a heart next to it. And I think the 3 is the same as a bunch of other YouTube people I've been watching. They've had the same exact box as me. And I was really hoping that this would be the box I got because it had all the things I really wanted. I did get the hint that I was going to get the Glimmers of BS Pretty Vulgar highlighting palette. And so I had an idea of which boxes to look for on YouTube. And so when I saw them say, like, I got the Pretty Vulgar highlighting in Glimmers of BS, I'm like, oh, that could be my box. And lo and behold, that is the same box I got. So first up is this No Poreblem primer, and it's a full-size bottle. I actually ended up using it tonight. I meant to use it this morning before I went to school, but I forgot. So what I did is when I got home, I realized my foundation and powder needed to be reset. So I went ahead and used some tonight right before I filmed. And, you know, it seems about typical for a primer. It smooths it out. You can tell that it's, you know, it's soft. I wouldn't call it anything extraordinary, but it does what it's going to need to do, and I think it'll probably be really good in that part of the year where I'm starting to get a little bit more moisture in my skin, and I wouldn't mind having something that maybe mattes it a little bit more. During the wintertime, I don't necessarily need this because I have more dry skin in the wintertime, and I'm actually looking to hydrate versus like hide my pores because my skin gets really dry in the winter. Next up is the Farmacy Clean Bee Ultra Gentle Facial Cleanser. I actually have this from the Beautylish unboxing that I did about a month ago, and I went ahead and bought the $75 Beautylish mystery bag. It's called the Lucky Bag. They do it once a year, and I ended up getting a full size of this, so this will be nice for travel. One thing I will say is I don't use this in the wintertime. I tried using it once already, when I got in the Beautylish Lucky Bag, and it was very drying. It felt like it stripped my skin right after I used it, and I didn't even use that much, maybe just like a pea-sized amount. So I think this is going to be better for me in the summertime. So that plus this will be great on vacations when I go in July or whatever. This is not for me right now because it's just it's almost too cleansing. So but I love it, and the smell, like I said in the Beautylish unboxing, or unbagging, excuse me, was that it smelled lovely. It's got a, you can definitely smell the honey in there, and that's why I think it's called Clean Bee, is that it's got a little bit of honey in it. It's, let's see. Yeah, it's got that honey. It's a nice little honey smell. It's not overwhelmingly honey smelling, but it's a nice smell regardless. I'm going to go ahead and link to the Beautylish Lucky Bag for those of you that don't know about it or haven't had a chance to check that out. It's the unboxing I had, or the unbagging, excuse me, had a lot of really neat products, and I really enjoyed the lucky bag I got this year. And so this was, again, one of those products. I'll also link to the unboxing for Boxycharm from last month, because I feel like, you know, if you want to see what I got last month, I got a little bit unusual items last month. It wasn't like everybody else got. It was something that nobody else got, which was a Bite Beauty lipstick. And the Bite Beauty lipstick I got was perfect. I loved it. It was a gorgeous color. Okay, so we only have 3 more items, so again, very quick. This is the Pretty Vulgar highlighting palette in the Glimmers of BS, number 41. And the color itself, I used it, so it's a little, it does have some fallout. But the color itself is actually really pretty. It's hard to describe. It's almost like it's neutral, like neutral skin tone, but it's got just a hint of a pinky, like not a golden pinky, but more of just like a silvery pinky almost. I am wearing it tonight. I went ahead and applied it here on my nose and then on my cheekbones. I would say it's not the best highlighter in the world. I was sort of surprised. It did well enough on my nose, but I had to keep reapplying it to get more of the glow that I'm used to. Some of the highlighters I have, it's like you do one tiny swoop and it's like you're shining brightly for the entire world to see. This is sort of subtle, and I don't know that it's my favorite. I do have to say, I like the Pretty Vulgar normally, and I will use this. I just know that I'm going to have to reapply more. In a Boxycharm last year, I received the Make Them Blush Prim Vixen in this, I mean, it's this hugely hot pink shade. And I did not expect that this would be even close to being a good color for me. But if I apply it with this Crown brush that we also received last year on my cheeks, it does a really nice job at just giving me a really pretty flush. Considering how bright this is, it turns out beautifully on my cheek. So maybe it's Pretty Vulgar needs to up the intensity on the highlighter so I can get a little bit more oomph. 2 more items. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Apparently everybody and their brother loves this. I don't know much about it. When I saw the brush, I thought, oh, that's a decent sized brush. Nothing too extraordinary. But then upon applying it this morning, I found it wasn't going on very thickly. I guess I'm used to more thick mascaras, and I would have thought with a brush like this that it would have been more of a thick formula, and actually it feels very thin. It took me quite a few goes on either side to get it to give me any lash, and I found it a little disappointing. I mean, it's fine. I'll use it. I think I'll use it on a daily basis. I'll save my nice, strong, like my Hourglass Caution mascara. I'll save those for more special occasions, because this, personally, to me, is not as good as the Caution by Hourglass, which is now my favorite. And the last one is this Trestique Prime and Color Lip Glaze in English Rose. I was super excited to see this because I have been knocking it out of the park with Boxycharm in the last couple of boxes. All of the lip colors have been perfect on me. This is actually the English Rose color, and I had for a while from Boxycharm and every other box that I received. I was receiving these colors that, with my pale skin, they were sending me like tan colored lipsticks, and I'm like, I can't wear tan lipsticks. It makes me look like I'm dead. Or they would send me like lavender. I'm like, I have warm undertones. Lavender looks terrible on me. But they started sending me these beautiful pinky, rosy things with a little bit of a hint of an undertone of like gold that seemed to suit me better. So I do the neutral roses really well, and I do anything that has just a hint of like an undertone of like a gold really well on my lips. But these sort of really cool shades or brown, muted, weird nude shades were not working for me. All right, so anyway, I'm super excited by this because I love this color just like I love last month's. And this is the Trestique again. It's got the primer in the bottom for those of you who haven't watched enough of these to know this, but all you do is you take it out and you apply the primer first, and it actually goes up, goes back down, and then you just put it back, and then once you're done with that, you open up this, and there's the color a little bit more close, and you just kind of do your lipstick thing. You close it back up, and then with a satisfying magnetic clap, it closes. All right, well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I know you've probably seen 5 or 6 that have the same exact combination. So if you stuck around to see it, I thank you for that. And I don't expect everybody to do that. So if you made it to this point, big thumbs up. I appreciate it. If you would leave me a comment, I'll write back and I'll come to visit you. Thanks again. Have a great February, and I'll look forward to seeing you in March with my March 2019 Boxycharm unboxing.